Hello, hope everyone is having a great day. In this video, I'm going to cover how to set up our next project, which is going to be a top-down model and a series of 3-view drawings using our construction blocks in Project Lead the Way IED. This video in particular is going to be focused on just setting up your folder for this project. Or this design file to make sure we have our files nice and organized. So on the screen here I have Fusion up and ready to rock, and I'm going to use my menu here, which just as review you access that hitting this waffle tool here, this little 3x3 square. That's going to open up our menu, and I am going to just go back to my home. This would be the highest up view, and notice that I have a project here pinned for our class IED 2024. I instructed you to have your name in there as well. We're going to go ahead and put everything we do here in this project. I've got a couple folders going, and I'm going to create a new folder for this project, and I'm going to call this 1.2.3 because this is the activity we're in our Project Lead the Way curriculum. It's going to be again 1.2.3. I'm going to go ahead and put a label on this. I'm going to call this construction block drawings. So our goal in this project is to create a series of 3-view drawings and a bunch of isometrics of some of our construction blocks. So I'm going to go ahead and hit enter to lock that folder in. Here it is right here, 1.2.3 construction block drawings. I'm going to go ahead and access that folder. And when I opened up Fusion, you'll notice that there is a design file already loaded. It says untitled. And over here in my browser it says unsaved. I want to go ahead and make sure that I go ahead and set up my drawing for this top-down model that we're going to do by clicking the save button. So I'm going to move up here to where you see the save icon. I'm going to go ahead and click that little floppy disk, and I'm going to give this drawing or this file a name, and I'm going to make sure that it is in the folder that I just created. The location here says this is my project IED 2024, and this is the folder that I created for the work we're going to do in this activity, 1.2.3 construction block drawings. So the name I'm going to go ahead and call this is going to be construction block models. I'm going to put parentheses 6, close parentheses, because we're going to be doing 6 shapes. We're going to use sketching and extruding to create those shapes, and then we're going to create 3-view drawings of each of them. So I'm going to go ahead and have that 6 there. Construction block models, parentheses 6. So I'm going to go ahead and click save. If I needed to find a different folder, I would use this arrow here and then browse to make sure I'm in the right spot. But this is where I want to go because I just created that over here on the menu. So I'm going to go ahead and click save. We now have our file name showing up here in the design file. We see that here in our browser as well. And if I'm underneath the folder that we just created, if I back up to our project and go back into our folder, again, this is the file that we just created and what we're working on. So I know everything's good to go, and I am ready to start modeling. And in order to do so, I'm going to go ahead and minimize our menu now. I'm going to go ahead and click that waffle, get that out of the way so you can have more real estate here to work with as we create our model. The last part of this video is just going to remind you that this is going to be a top-down method, meaning we're not going to have a separate file for each of our 6 blocks. We're going to have each block as a component. It's going to make our life a lot easier when it comes to creating PDFs at the end of this project. So therefore, I want to go ahead and make sure before I do any sketching, again, we're going to be creating our components or any kind of object. We're going to be using a sketch and an extrusion in this case to create that. But before I do that, I want to make sure we get in the habit of creating a new component first. So I'm going to go to create new component. You can also find that, I believe, over here in the assembly. There's also the same exact command, new component there. It doesn't matter which one you click, but we're going to go ahead and create a new component. And I'm going to go ahead and start our first component, which will be, I'm just going to call it triangle 1, and hit OK. And notice I have a component that is now active and I'm ready to start a sketch, which will be the next video, is how to create this first triangle using our sketch and extrusion command, and we'll go ahead and work on those 2 triangles together in that next video. Again, this video is just setting up our project for construction block modeling, specifically creating 3-view drawings. I wanted to cover how to set up that folder, save a file, and make sure we're all putting things in the right place as we embark on this activity 1.2.3 in Project Lead the Way. Thanks a lot.